whenever we take the dogs with us, of course, they gotta have food and water too. And the water bottle is something that the dogs will use. They don't drink out of a bowl. And so what they have is this water bottle. And this water bottle right here, that's what they drink out of. Amazingly, that's what they do. And they have, there's many dogs that drink from these. Some of them can be a whole lot bigger than this water bottle, but our little small Shih Tzu dogs, they're tiny, smaller than your average Shih Tzus. Finn is 6 pounds and Kiki is 9 pounds. So they are really tiny compared to some of the other Shih Tzus that can be 15 pounds, upwards of 20 pounds. I think they can get up to about 20 pounds. But at any rate, this is what Kiki and Finn drink out of. Now, I have another bottle inside the house, but whenever we take it, we got to have something for this thing to hang on. And so what I originally did is I had made a holder for it, and I would put it right here, and it worked pretty good. It worked pretty good. But the thing is, I got to remember to take it. I only have one, and it's inside the house, and so I have to constantly remember when we're leaving to bring this, or they're not going to have. I'm gonna have to hold the bottle every time they want something to drink. And so, but and if I forget it going down the road, as soon as I make a turn, this thing's going to come falling off, and then of course it's going to leak on the floor. Not too bad, but still it makes a mess, and it's just aggravating. It is so aggravating. And so what I decided to do, Sandra showed me a picture of a water bottle holder that somebody had made, and I said, now that is an idea. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a water bottle holder out of this thing right here, this piece of pipe here, this PVC pipe. I'm going to make a water bottle holder. Of course, I'm not going to need but just a portion of it. But what's going to happen is I'm going to make a cut inside of this, the dimensions of just the metal piece that you see here on the water bottle. And what it's going to do is it's going to slide down, and then it's going to stop part of the way, and I'm going to keep part of the bottle out so I can grab a hold of it when I need to fill it back up. And so, but it's going to come down and it's going to stop just part of the way. And so when we're ready to go down the road, I'm going to be able to take it out and then put it in upside down inside of this thing. And of course, this part here is going to follow that same path, and then it's going to stop on the floor. And where I plan on doing this at is right back here. So it's going to sit, this part here is going to go all the way down. And so, and that's if I have it at that height. And so it's a possibility it may be off the ground, just off the floor just a little bit. And so, but hopefully this will solve this once and for all. There's only one problem that I'm thinking about. And so I've got two ways I'm going to attach this, and I'm going to start with a simpler way first. I'm going to do these command strips. The other option that I have is once I cut this piece here, I'll be able to get a drill bit in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wood on the other side of this wall here. I just got to lift up, I got to lift the dinette seat up. I can get access through here. This is where the water pump is and some lines. And so I can get through here, and I'm just going to attach some extra wood on the other side of this little panel here. And I'm going to screw in this straight into that wood. So bottom line is it's a doable thing. It's just the connection on it. I'm going to try doing it the simple way and see if that works. If it does not work, then I'm going to go with plan B. And so, okay, I got it measured out here. And what I did is I just drilled a hole big enough for the bottle to go through. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have Sandra assist me, and she's going to hold this because this vise here just ain't quite doing it, and I don't want to damage the pipe here because I want to make another one for the house. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a jigsaw and I'm going to cut this out, and then that way the bottle will go into the pipe and there'll be enough room for this to slide down, and it'll stop right where that hole is, and it'll just cradle the end of it here. And that way the bottle won't go side to side. That's one thing. When I built this other bottle holder, it just held the bottle and for this thing to come out. But whenever the dogs would be drinking, sometimes this thing would twist and go side to side. So that's going to eliminate that also. And so, but anyhow, hopefully I'll have a successful cut here, and I'll show you what it looks like when I do it. That's what it's going to look like when we're at camp, or just taking a break off the side of the road. And then when we're going down the road, I'm just going to pull this out and go upside down like it, and that way it won't leak all over the floor. And so it's going to hold extremely well. And so absolutely genius for the individual that came up with that. And so but at any rate, it's going to work real good for me. At first I was kind of concerned that I would hit it with my leg when I open up the refrigerator, but we're not any close than this right here, because the refrigerator door has to swing open. And so we're easily gonna miss that, so we won't have any problems. And we don't really get in anything. This drawer here, we don't go past this area where that bottle is really to get into anything. So it should work very well. Hope it's inspired some of you guys that may have a dog in your RV. And so if you're feeding them out of a water bottle, as far as water, maybe you can go to something like this. It does very well. The dogs get plenty of water, and it's a whole lot cleaner. They don't get water all over their face, and our dogs have a lot of long hair on the front of their face, and that's one reason we don't like them drinking out of a bowl. Ever since they were puppies, newborns, as soon as they were old enough to get weaned, the owner or the breeder had them drinking out of these bottles, and so we just continued that.